Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless next week sees Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, kicking Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, to the curb. And the cops uncover more damning evidence in Daniel Romolotti's, Michael Graziadei apartment. Y&R Spoilers show that Jack and Diane's relationship takes a turn for the worse when Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, finds a Diane in the living room of the Abbott mansion. A devastated Diane reveals that Jack has asked her to move out. Their arguments over Kyle Abbott's, Michael Mueller, recent behavior broke them, and also the influence that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has over Kyle ripped their marriage apart. While Diane believes she's changed, Jack and Kyle lose faith in her, leading to heartbreak. As stubborn as Jack can be, he will probably regret this. But for now, Diane is left to pack her bags and leave the Abbott mansion. Young and the Restless Spoilers also see the investigation into Heather Stevens' Veil Bloom murder take a turn when a GCP team searches Daniel and Heather's apartment for evidence. Chance Chancellor Connor Floyd is sitting on the sofa when an officer discovers something behind the couch. It's likely blood spatter that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, missed while hastily cleaning up the crime scene. This evidence makes Daniel look guiltier despite his alibis. Hopefully, his cooperating with the police will offset some of the damage. Desperate for answers, Daniel reaches out to his father, Danny Romolotti, via video call. Daniel tells his dad that the evidence against him is solid, so much so, he expects an arrest at any moment. The Young and the Restless Spoilers suggest that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, come to help. They want to convince Chance that the case against Daniel is too neat and tidy to be true. They will also point out inconsistencies, such as the timestamp on the unsent text to Paul Williams, Doug Davidson, and the lack of physical evidence in Daniel's car. Y&R Spoilers suggest the walls close in on Daniel, so his father Danny is expected to send Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, back to Genoa City to protect his son from the frame job orchestrated by Sharon. On Y&R, we can also expect the return of Laura Lee Bell to the show, and her character's involvement in the case may be the key to proving Daniel's innocence. In a surprising twist, Phyllis, who has had a long-standing rivalry with Christine, may find herself grateful for the attorney's help in saving Daniel from Sharon's scheme. Next week on The Young and the Restless, Genoa City won't know what hit it. Storms are brewing, secrets are slipping, and relationships are hanging by a thread. As the sun rises over Newman Towers and the Abbott estate, emotions reach a boiling point, especially between Jack and Diane, whose once rekindled romance teeters on the brink of devastation. Jack Abbott, who once stood fiercely in Diane Jenkins' corner, makes a move that shocks not only Diane, but the entire Abbott household. After weeks of mounting tension and unspoken suspicions, Jack delivers a verbal gut punch during a heated argument, accusing Diane of something that cuts to her very core. "You never changed," Jack says, his voice low, tight with emotion. "You just got better at pretending." The words hang in the air like a slap. Diane, blindsided, reels from the accusation. It isn't just what Jack says, it's how he says it. For Diane, who's spent months proving her loyalty, building a life with Jack, and desperately trying to repair her fractured image, this feels like the ultimate betrayal. What could have driven Jack to such a low blow? Is it the evidence piling up around Jeremy Stark's mysterious return, or is it something deeper, a buried insecurity, or perhaps a secret Jack's been holding back? Following Jack's verbal assault, Diane's confidence falters. She begins to question whether her past will ever stop defining her. The hurt Jack inflicts opens old wounds, and Diane finds herself retreating emotionally, just as more trouble circles like vultures above her. as more clues begin to surface surrounding Stark's reemergence and a cryptic financial trail pointing toward the Abbotts. Diane becomes a suspect once again. She insists she has nothing to hide, but as Kyle catches wind of his parents falling out, he starts digging. What he finds is damning: a file hidden in the Abbott family office, containing records that suggest Diane may have had contact with Stark far more recently than she claimed. Could Diane be hiding more than just her intentions? No one is enjoying Diane's downward spiral more than Phyllis Summers. Always ready to pounce when her rival stumbles, Phyllis begins spreading whispers around Genoa City, planting doubt like seeds in fertile soil. She warns Kyle and Summer that trusting Diane could be a dangerous mistake, and her words strike a chord. With her relationship with her daughter on shaky ground, Phyllis sees an opportunity to reclaim control and maybe, just maybe, get her family back together. But how far will she go? Rumors suggest Phyllis may have more than gossip up her sleeve. Could she be manipulating the very evidence piling up against Diane? Ashley Abbott, never fully convinced of Diane's reformation, steps out from the shadows next week. While she doesn't always agree with Jack, Diane's renewed presence in their lives has long rubbed her the wrong way. Now, with Jack and Diane at odds, Ashley seizes her moment. She starts lobbying other family members, encouraging them to protect the Abbott legacy. But her approach isn't without risks. With Tucker McCall whispering sweet nothings and dangerous ideas in her ear, Ashley may be opening doors she won't be able to close. Will her efforts to protect her family backfire, or is Ashley the only one seeing clearly? The mystery surrounding Stark's return thickens next week as new evidence surfaces. A video clip, grainy and time-stamped, showing someone resembling Diane entering a building associated with Stark just weeks ago. Though her face is partially obscured, the footage is enough to raise eyebrows and suspicion. Victor Newman, always with his fingers on the pulse of Genoa City's undercurrents, takes a special interest in the situation. While he's content letting the Abbotts clean up their own mess, the possibility that Diane might be involved in a larger scheme is too enticing to ignore. He tasks Michael Baldwin with doing some discreet digging, and what Michael uncovers could blow the case wide open. Summer Newman Abbott finds herself in the crossfire once again. As her loyalty to Kyle is tested, so too is her patience for the drama engulfing the Abbott family. She's tired of the secrets, tired of the lies, and next week she might finally snap. When Kyle confronts her about what she knows regarding Phyllis and the evidence against Diane, Summer is forced to choose between shielding her mother or protecting her marriage. And when she makes her choice, it sends shockwaves through the Abbott home. By the end of the week, Jack's anger begins to cool, and he starts to second-guess his confrontation with Diane. He replays the moment in his mind, the look in her eyes, the raw pain on her face, and realizes he may have gone too far.